Hi guys, Firmbie with you, and welcome to Car Mechanic 2015. Great to have your company once again. And I've got a bit of a surprise for you this way, but the title sort of gives it away, doesn't it? Finally bought a DeLorean, DeLorean Sci-Fi to be exact. And for those who don't know, the DeLorean is based on the Back to the Future movie, released back in 1985, and we're just having a quick look on the inside there, with all the bells and whistles and buttons and fans and lights, and let's have a bit of a look around the old girl. As I said, it's the first time I've actually done a restoration on the DeLorean Sci-Fi, so we'll be learning together. As I said, based on the movie Back to the Future, back in 1985, for those who can remember. It's a great movie, actually. Starred Michael J. Fox. If you haven't seen it, I would suggest that you actually go and check that out. As I said, it's a restoration of the DeLorean. Actually purchased from the auction for $30,944. So the idea is obviously to do it up to 100% and see what we can make on the old girl. So whether I actually end up selling this or keeping it remains to be. Well, who am I trying to kid? A DeLorean. You're not going to sell it, are you? And being the first one, I'll probably end up keeping it. But anyway, we'll see how we go. The first job obviously is get all those panels off, and we'll repair those panels up. It looks like the engine cover doesn't actually come off. I'd like to see the engine cover be able to come off, but doesn't look like he can come off. So we'll get the parts off the car that we do have and repair those up fairly quickly, like so. Get those replaced back onto the car, and just replace those parts that didn't actually get repaired up, and purchase brand new parts that we don't actually have. Now, like any build, there, guys, just don't forget to weld the body as well. That'll actually bring the body, not necessarily the panels, but actually the body itself. So you actually go to your welder at the side of your workshop, and that'll bring the body up to 100% as well. So yeah, don't forget to do that. The last video was the episode 24, beg your pardon, of 15-minute makeover, where we actually repaired the other DeLorean in the game, the DeLorean DMC-12. So that was actually the first repair, and this is actually the first restoration. So yeah, if you missed that repair on the DeLorean DMC, then go and check that out. While you're there, don't forget to like, subscribe, tell your friends about the channel, just so you don't miss out on any of the future content I'll put out in Car Mechanic 2015. I'll try to get a video out regular or semi-regularly if life stuff doesn't get in the way. Now, hopefully this audio is going to be alright for you guys, because we've actually got a storm brewing here locally, and there's a lot of wind and rain and lightning and thunder. So hopefully the wind, rain and lightning and thunder don't interfere too much with the audio. So I do apologise if you do get a bit of a snap, crackle and pop while I am talking. We'll have to just put that down to the weather conditions at the moment. So as you can see, just in the process of getting all those panels on. None left in the inventory there. Body condition 92%, so we've actually missed a couple of things, and that's not unusual for me at all. So it's just a matter of working through and finding out which panels that I've actually missed, and yeah, it's still 92%. So which panels I've obviously, so there's the welder I spoke about. That'll actually do the body up. I wonder where actually that remaining 8% was actually the body that I just spoke about. Yeah, that's exactly right. That's a clear example of what I was telling you about. And I normally do that first, just get that out of the way. But yeah, as I said, just go over to the welder at the side of your workshop. 1500, $2,000 generally clears up the remaining body issues. Engine at the back there, and let's get some of these parts straight off. And as I said, it is a full restoration, so just a lot easier just to pull every single part out. Go to the repair table, repair as much as you can. Those parts who can't be repaired, you just simply throw away and purchase brand new ones. So we'll just continue on, get those parts out, the battery coming out now, and those ignition wires, the intake manifold. We'll get that out, 4 bolts holding that intake manifold on. What else have we got? So water pump down the front there. It looks like these spark plugs are the next in line. As I said, I have done a repair on this particular, or not this particular one, but the other DeLorean in game. So I've got a little bit of an idea, but I'm still learning where the parts sit for the DeLorean. So just bear with me while I find my way around the DeLorean engine. Very similar to the other V6s in the game, but there is a slight difference. So again, we'll learn as we go along. It's nice looking motor actually. I'm surprised it's not a V8, but yeah, only a 6-cylinder. Interesting what sort of horsepower it does pull. But let's get this engine cover off. We'll unbolt that fairly quickly. As I said, there is I really don't know whether you can actually hear. Wow, don't know whether you can actually hear that, but there is a awesome storm brewing outside, guys. So that I can actually hear the thunder, obviously the rain as well. I'm looking through the window and the lightning's cracking. So hopefully that's not interfering too much with the audio. But I really want to get this video out to you guys, so you can actually appreciate the DeLorean as much as I do. So I mean, and credit to the devs too. I mean, the game's certainly over 12-18 months old, and oh, there's another crack lighting, and they're still putting out regular updates and regular cars, regular DLC for cars. So yeah, no, credit to the developers for continuing to support this game. We'll get into those timing chains. Tricky little timing guides actually. I would not have picked that. I have to watch those guys. Actually, those guides there, they actually caught me out last time on the repair, if you remember correctly. It was actually saying rattles in the engine bay or noise in the engine bay, something along those lines, and they end up being those timing chain guides. So yeah, I would not have picked that. Normally it's you know, push rods and things of that nature, but yeah, just something to keep in mind. If next time you find that you've got a repair with one of the DeLoreans, it may well be that that timing chain guide. So let's get these clips off. I think these clips are going to be pesky little things too. They're in a terrible spot. There's all that junk that goes on top of the engine block there. But we'll see how we go with that. Time to get the Elgo up in the air. I'll try not to raise and lower it. Look at that, isn't she a beautiful girl? I'll try not to raise it up and lower it too much, just to waste your time too much, but I do as much as I can from the top. Then of course raise it up and do as much as you can from the bottom, all at one stage. So as I said, just getting all these parts off. These are all damaged to some degree. As you can see, that rear wheel hub at 62%, I think it was. Correct me if I'm wrong there, guys. And we'll get those repaired up at the repair table. Again, in regards to your repair table, guys, I actually put a guide out some time ago now, probably 12 months ago, in regards to what I would think how to upgrade your repair table and what sort of order to repair it up in. So if you are new to the game, go and check that out. It may help you in not wasting your experience points. Actually, they are very hard to get. It takes a fair grind to get those experience points clocked up. So yeah, as I said, there is a guide there. That's only my opinion. You may decide to put your experience into different areas, but it may help you decide on where to put those experience. But as I said, the more experience you put into the repair table, the more of a chance you have of repairing it. And of course, if it's repaired, you don't have to purchase it, saving your money. So another good thing, as I said in the guide there, that the tablet's quite useful, and you'll see that actually in this particular replay too. Yeah, it actually saves you going all the way back to the computer, back and forth to the computer to purchase parts. Obviously, with the restorations, it's not as vital probably, because you'd actually take all the parts out for the restoration all in one hit, and then walk over to the computer and do your purchasing that way. But in regards to repairs, where you only you find one part, you repair that, beg your pardon, you purchase that, and then you go and find the other part. So under a normal repair, you may walk back and forth 3, 4, 5, 6 times. So that is I don't know, just a waste of time in my opinion. So yeah, it's certainly advantageous to grab that tablet and you just press the T key on the keyboard and it brings your tablet straight up. You purchase your part from the tablet, and you press the T key to get rid of it. So nice, quick and easy. So we'll bring the car back down, and we'll be looking at getting these cylinders out and an exhaust manifold. We'll get that out fairly quickly like that. Get this engine head off and rip those cylinders out. And this is where you have to raise and lower the car a fair bit. You get cylinders out from the top like so. 22%. Yeah, he's rooted anyway. I don't think he'll be repair up. So I'm trying to recall whether he actually repair the cylinders or not. We'll see. What have I missed? One of that little clamp there. So yeah, what I was getting to is that you take the cylinders from the off from the top and the crankshaft from the bottom, and you've got to lower it once again to actually get the engine head out itself. So bit of an up down situation going on there, but it is what it is. But eventually we'll end up with a bare bones shell of the DeLorean Sci-Fi. Raise me up. There we go. Yeah, no, get that song out of your head now. We'll get this wheel off and get these remaining parts off at the back of the car here, with the calipers, brake shoes, brake pads, front wheel hub. Oh, and there's another clap of thunder. Again, I hope that you actually can't hear this, and I'm sort of touching wood and saying a short prayer that the actual power doesn't go out during this recording. So, as I said, it's quite a fierce storm, and it's quite rare for this neck of the woods. We do get storms around here occasionally, but for this time of year, it's very unusual. But we'll get that out there. Get those rubber bushes out. Fuel pump and fuel tank. Rubber busher on that side. I tend to like to take the rubber bushes out in pairs. While I'm on one side, take the 2 rubber bushes off on the cross member on one side, and then take them off on the other side, just so I don't forget the damn things. It's not so much when you're pulling it apart. It's just a matter of when you put it back together. It's quite easy to miss those. And you get to the end of the restoration and you wonder, oh, what the hell am I missing? So there's a couple of ways of actually doing the restoration, guys. You can actually, as I normally do, take all the parts out, repair all the parts, purchase all the parts, and then put them all back in, or do them one by one. So entirely up to yourself. Whatever works for you. There's no right or wrong way. Obviously, it's whatever works for you. A sway bar coming out now, and the cross member should be the last of the parts out, and we're actually just completely left with an empty shell. And even as an empty shell, actually, it's a nice looking car. Parts condition, everything's listed as missing. So we'll just jump over to the repair table and repair those up. As you can see, they're all completely rooted. Don't you just love that? Don't you just love that sound? Now, for those who don't know, as you can see, flicking through those repairs fairly quickly. Now, all I'm doing there is, instead of confirming every single repair, you know, normally it would ask, do you really want to repair this? Yes or no, and you press enter to repair it up. Now, the easiest way, and thankfully someone actually told me this a while ago, the easiest way is to hold your shift key down and just smash that repair button with your left mouse button, and as you can see, it just flicks through them fairly quickly. You don't actually need to confirm every single repair, so that is a lifesaver. So guys, when you are repairing, goodness sakes, that'll save you an absolutely huge amount of times. So yeah, as I said, hold your shift button down and you can just smash that repair button with your left click on your mouse. So let's get the old girl back up in the air and get some of these parts back in, all repaired up to 100%. Those parts that couldn't be repaired, I've gone ahead and purchased those. And actually, I'll just take a quick sip of coffee while we're actually doing this, guys. Now all these recordings are recorded live and all in one take, just so you can get an idea of what I'm saying. I try not to put too many edits in and try not to stop and start too much. Of course you can, but I just feel it's more authentic when you do it in one take. Yep, you will get you know, pauses and you'll get gaps, but oh, that's just me. That's how I roll. That's what I do. And some people like to stop, start, and you know, make sure their voice is bouncing off the wall. But my way of thinking is that you talk to people the way you normally talk, and they either accept the way you are or they don't. So there's a philosophy on life, I suppose. Enough of the philosophical stuff. Let's get this remaining clutch components in, gearbox components, or rather clutch release bearing and the gearbox cover on top of that. That's actually a nice looking gearbox. It's a little bit different to what we've seen in previous builds, mainly because it's the motor's mounted where it is. So normally the gearbox and engine is mounted at the front, and it's being a front mounted motor, it's normally got a gearbox facing to the rear, obviously for a rear wheel drive, or it's got an east-west gearbox which for your front wheel drive. So it's being the motor at the back there, the gearbox obviously bolts onto the motor down the back here. So we'll get the spring and spring cap on, getting those components in fairly nicely. Tighten that critter up, the rear wheel hub and the axle as well. Obviously you wouldn't be able to put the axle in if that gearbox is not in. Brake pads and calipers. And one of the wheels, as you can see, DMC on the wheels is quite a nice touch. Delorian Motor Company, I believe that stands for, well, what that stands for. So yeah, again, a nice touch on the wheels and on the air filter, if I'm not mistaken. So, and that's on both the DeLorean Sci-Fi, again, which is taken from the Back to the Future movie, and the DeLorean DMC-12. Yeah, DMC-12 it's called. Parts missing. Okay. I've obviously forgot to purchase a part. We can purchase them from the performance shop if you so wish, or just a standard part from your normal car part shop. So I've actually gone with standard parts on this particular build, being the first build of the DeLorean. Get that sway bar in, the inner tie rod. So that might even be an idea. The next DeLorean restoration, So we'll put perhaps put performance parts in it on the next time and compare the two, and yeah, see what it does horsepower wise. Brake pads, brake calipers, and we should be able to put the wheel. No, what are we missing? Sway bar perhaps. Oh, there we go. Let's get that sway bar on like so, and we should be able to put that. Yeah, we go. Put that wheel on once that's on. And I mean, that's one of the advantages too. It often doesn't allow you to put parts on if you're missing something vital. So. In this particular mode, I don't know how it actually goes in the expert mode. I've not actually done too many builds in expert mode, but I'm wondering whether actually in expert mode it actually will allow you to put parts on out of order, I suppose. So for those who have actually played in expert mode, perhaps just ping me in the comment section below. Actually, it'll be interesting to find out whether it actually will allow you to put parts on out of order, and once you're in expert mode, and if it does, it'll obviously be a lot more harder, because you're putting parts on and then having to pull the damn things off again to put those parts that you missed on. So yeah, just put a comment down in the comment section below, guys, and let me know. It'd be interesting to find out. Let's get this wheel on now, again with the DMC on the front of it there. Nice little touch. Just have a look at the inventory there. Let's get the old girl back down on the ground and get some more of these engine parts mounted back in. Pistons are going in now. We've actually went with the performance pistons just for gigs. Get in there. There we go. Tighten him down nicely. Exhaust manifold going on now. Repaired up to 100%. Actually, I think we actually purchased an exhaust manifold. Some of these parts will repair up, and some of them won't. So, and you can find a full list of those. There's a number of forum posts on Steam there for those who are on Steam. Go check that out. A lot of guides there, a lot of helpful tips and tricks for those of us who play Car Mechanic 2015 regularly. We often post tips and tricks up on the forum, so go and check that out on Steam there. Actually, I noticed one the other day that actually shows how to use the dyno correctly to get as much out of the dyno as you can when you're retuning your car. So yeah, go and check that out too. Let's get these bolts bolted down quite nicely. Get this engine cover on. A rocker cover on. An exhaust manifold going in now, obviously on the side of the engine there. The alternator going with the performance part with the alternator. Not that it would do too much performance wise, but I just think it looks nice. Nice shiny chrome alternator. I'm going with the performance parts in regards to the spark plug as well. I mean, I think the performance improvement is, I don't know, 0.5% or 0.2% or something, so 3/5 of NAFL really, but I mean they're just nice looking spark plugs, so I thought I'd go with them this time around. Air filter base, air filter. Now the air filter cover actually is one of the last ones to go on, if I'm not mistaken, so obviously he won't go on. We'll get this on first, and there we go. Air filter cover over the top of that. DMC on the top of the air filter cover. As I said, it's a nice little touch. Get these cams on, and the timing chains. Not forgetting about the timing chain guides. As I said, they did actually catch me out the last repair I did on the DeLorean DMC 12. The timing chain cover going on now, and there's another huge crack of thunder outside. Again, hopefully the power doesn't drop out, guys. So if it goes dark, and you'll know why. If the audio cuts out all of a sudden, you'll know why. Let's get around to this steering pump. The power steering pump. I wouldn't be surprised if there's not performance parts for a steering pump as well, but I didn't actually go looking for that particular one. Now, what have we got remaining left? Let's get her back up in the air. Ooh, oil pan, that'll do it. You're not going to go very far without an oil pan in it. I suppose the next drama or next dilemma is actually to whether to keep it in front sway bars remaining, whether to actually keep it in the normal colours or whether you paint it up. And the beauty about it is that you can customise your colours. So, and whether you leave it old school, original, or paint it up. Parts condition 100%, body condition 100%. Awesome. Restoration bonus. Whoop, missed that. Let's get rid of that. I might have been. Have I purchased too many parts, or did I miss something? No, I don't think I've missed anything. Restoration bonus 29,839. With the car value at 29,008. Well, I beg your pardon. The car value at 96,148. And get my prices correct here, guys. So I'll just put it out in the middle here, guys. We're going to have a bit of a spin around and actually to have a look at the old girl fully restored up. It's a nice looking car, isn't it? Let's get her in the paint shop and let's play with these colours and see what we can come up with. As you can see, it's the original colour is in the white there. Let's see, saturation through to the red. Actually, that doesn't look too shabby. Maybe black. Changing the hue up there just a little bit. What does everyone think? Red, black, black, red. Let's see how it looks. Red, black rather. Yeah, I don't mind it. What's your thoughts? Let's bring it out here and have a look. And have a good look around. Yeah, you can see those lights and buttons and the flux capacitor in the middle of the seats there. In the black does make it pop pretty well. No, I don't mind that. What else can we come up with? I mean, white's nice. I mean, again, that's old, old school, original. Maybe red. What do you think about red? Bright red. Blue? Green? Probably not yellow. A bit, not canary yellow. Go with the red. Actually, I don't mind that at all. Now, we've probably got purists out there saying, "Oh, Firmbie, that looks like shit," but no, I don't mind it in the red. But again, the beauty about it, you chuck it in the paint shop and customise it. $1,500 for a custom paint job. Let's sit inside it. I'm actually sitting on the side that the steering wheel should be. Obviously, here in Australia, we sit on the right side, that's where our steering wheel is. But in this particular one, it's on the left side. And with that observation, guys, that just about concludes the restoration of the Delorian Sci-Fi. So thank you very much for your company, guys, once again, and I'll look forward to it next time.